Hello there everyone, the Jedi Brick here. Today I'm very excited to give you guys my review of the new LEGO Marvel set 76289 Thor vs. Surtur construction figure. This set came out on August 1st of this year, 2024. It has 243 pieces with 3 minifigures and 1 giant construction minifigure and retails for $30 here in the United States. This is a very cool set based off Thor Ragnarock, the third movie from the Thor franchise. It's got the Infinity Saga stuff on the side there. This is a very cool box art. I like this a lot. I like this movie as well. This was a very cool opening scene for a Marvel movie as well, just in general. Um, so taking a look at the front of the box here, you can see we have Thor throwing Mjolnir over at Surtur. It's a very cool looking build, but we'll take a look at that in a moment. We have these two skeleton fire demons here. On the back of the box, you can see some more articulation from Surtur. You have Thor chained up, the Avengers logo down there. Mjolnir flying, going to hit him in the head. His really cool giant sword. You got Thor holding or throwing Mjolnir. Some different angles and stuff of Thor trying to defeat Surtur. So pretty cool box. Shows off what you get in this set, which isn't really a lot to be fair. It's just the giant figure and the minifigures. There's no side builds, which I kind of wish there was a side build in this set. I think that would have, made it even cooler if they just upped the price a little bit. But anyways, that's the box. Let's take a look at the minifigures. Starting off with the God of Thunder himself, we have Thor Odinson, and this figure is based off Thor Ragnarok, just like the rest of the set. And I do think they did a great job of, getting that point across. This is a brand new torso print for Thor. No leg printing, which is a little unfortunate. He does use the same face that we got from Fat Thor in Avengers Endgame, so not too crazy about that. Kind of wish they would have gone back and used the younger version of Thor, one with less gray on the face and everything. I think that would have looked much better, a lot more accurate. But now I want to address the elephant in the room when it comes to this minifigure. He has a brand new style of cape. This is a completely rubber cape that you can move around and everything. You know, it's very much similar to the one that we've got for Doctor Strange. We've been getting for him since I believe 2021, from those No Way Home sets and everything. So it's a completely rubber cape, and from my knowledge, they are only doing this with the Marvel minifigures and maybe the DC ones as well. The Star Wars minifigures do not have this rubber style cape. It's just a superheroes thing, and I'm not really too sure how I feel about this yet. I think it's a cool concept, but I think I will always prefer the cloth capes over the rubber ones. This one does look really nice on Thor. I love the shape of it and everything, especially from the back with all the folds and everything. I think it looks very, very cool, but from more of a play aspect, I think I prefer the cloth capes. He does come with Mjolnir as well, with this giant thunder piece attached to it, but removing all of that, you can really get a better look at that torso. He's got this sash thing going over his chest, which looks really cool. No leg printing, like I said. And there's the back print as well. He has a buckle and stuff on there. If I take off his hairpiece and flip it around, he does have a smiling face. Again, you can really see what I mean about that gray. I don't know why they reused this face. I don't know why they don't just remake the younger version of Thor. I mean, I don't think it's that hard. It's just inaccurate. He's older when this is being represented. And also, Thor in this movie did not have lightning eyes till halfway through. In this scene, Thor never has lightning eyes. So that's also inaccuracy when it comes to this minifigure. I think the torso was great. I, have mixed feelings about the cape, but just the head print is completely inaccurate to what we see in the film at this time. And I dropped the whole stand. If it was based off a scene later on in the movie, I could give it a pass for that because he does have lightning eyes later on in the movie, but for right now, in the first 10 minutes, he doesn't have that. The other two figures you get in this set are fire demons, and they are just black skeletons. And really, the only different thing about them is they have these really cool printed heads which I do like a lot. They have back printing on the back of the head as well, which again looks very, very cool. A lot of detail on them, but not really anything super unique. They're accurate and everything to what we see, and I'm happy they included not just one minifigure in a $30 set. I'm happy with this inclusion. I think it would have been nice to get at least one more minifigure. He wasn't really in this scene, but I think it would have been cool to get a Scourge minifigure.
Behold, my stuff.
We've never gotten one, so I think that would have been really cool for a set like this. But the two Fire Demons do add a lot in terms of play for a set like this, for an 8+ set. You know, this is mostly going to be a kid set. People buying this set for their kids to play with, so they're going to need multiple enemies for Thor to take on. So here's the main build of the set. We have Surtur, and this is a very good looking build for Surtur. You can see with Thor there, just the overall scale of him, how tall he is, and I think that's very, very cool. He uses a color scheme of primarily black and orange with a little bit of dark red mixed in there, and I think they just did a great job with this figure. It's definitely based off those construction figures that we've gotten in the past, like the Spider-Man, the Captain America, Wolverine. You can really see that, especially with the upper section of him. So, you know, when you look at like the chest and everything, you can definitely see that. And I think they did a really good job of getting the overall look of him down. From the back, he has some like ugly parts right there with the blue Technic and like this beam here, which I'll explain in a little bit, but he's got fire and stuff coming out of him, like from the arms and the legs, and I think that's very cool. But I show you guys right there on the knees, he has some stickers right there. He also has some on the arms as well, and on his crown right there. But one thing that I am so happy with is these chest pieces right here. Those are printed, which I think is amazing. I thought for sure those would be stickers, but thankfully LEGO decided to make those a printed piece, which I am eternally grateful for. That would have been a pain to get on there and to look just right. So I'm very happy they chose to not do that. So that's very cool. One thing you are able to do is you can take off his crown, or his, like, I don't know what you want to call it, but you can recreate that scene of Thor, you know, carrying it off back to Asgard, and they give you this chain too. It was shown on the back of the box, so you can like wrap it around and like wrap it around Thor as well. I couldn't figure out how to do that, like how they wrapped it around him. So, I mean, you guys can figure that out, but I wasn't able to. One other thing, he does have a lot of articulation. He can move like his whole upper body all the way around. He can move his arms all the way around as well. They're all connected via ball joints there. He has these like really bulky shoulder pads too, but you're also able to move the neck and everything, so that's very cool as well. He does have this very interesting headpiece as well. It's if I can take that off, I believe it's from Zurg from the Lightyear sets. That's where the mold came from, but it's very interesting. That's printed as well, so that can go back on there. He can rotate his head. He can rotate his legs. We have the mech joints in there as well as the main skeleton for the legs. You can move the feet all the way around, so you get a lot of articulation when it comes to Surtur here, which I think is great for a playset. You also get his giant blade, which I think is very, very cool as well. And that's kind of built the same way as the Star Wars mechs do for their weapons. They're just kind of put in there with Technic pins, so you can take that out. So that's the build for Surtur's blade, which looks very, very cool. I love the piece right there for his actual blade. He does have fingers and stuff there with a thumb that can move, which is very, very cool. This thumb on the other side isn't able to like move or anything. This one has that purpose, or has that function to move around the sword, so we can like kind of hold onto it like a normal person would. So that's why that's there. But if I go over here to the back, I showed you guys this clear piece right here, and that really has the purpose of more play and display features. So if you wanted to, you could take your Thor minifigure, which I just gotta put Mjolnir on. So you gotta hold his hammer. You can attach him with this little gray piece right there. He's able to, look like he's flying behind Surtur there and attacking him. And one thing I really like about this, it kind of goes in the same vein as that articulation, is you really get a lot of like good poses and stuff when it comes to Surtur. His feet are very wide, so you get a lot of balance and everything. So that's very, very cool. You can like lean him in different ways. You can like have him doing the splits and everything. Like it's gonna be tougher to knock him over and everything. So I think that's very cool, and I think that's very important when it comes to sets that are targeted towards a younger audience. I think that's very, very important. But you can do a lot with this gray piece there at the top. I should actually zoom in so you guys can get a better look. But so you guys can see there, can rotate Thor and everything on there, which is very, very cool. One other thing that you can do with that is you can just take this whole part off here, that whole clear piece, and they give you a little sub assembly for if you want to make it look like Thor is throwing his hammer. So you have the option to do that as well. So I'll show you guys that right now. So now it looks like he's throwing his hammer using that clear piece, which I think is very, very cool as well. They really thought of a bunch of different ways for play when it comes to the set, which I think is very cool, and also a lot of different display options, which is very cool. I think this is a great set for both collectors and children who really just want to play with it. I think it's a great mix of both audiences when it comes to the set. I mean, obviously the build isn't anything super advanced, but I think it does look very good, especially for the price point of $30. So I think that is very good. All in all, I think this is a very good LEGO Marvel set. I love the overall build of Surtur. I think the Thor minifigure is pretty good, except for the face print stuff that I discussed. The skeleton or the fire demon figures look very nice as well. Not a whole lot to write home about on them, except for the face print being very, very good looking. But one thing I am going to say is missing from this is either maybe one small side build or one more minifigure. Like I said, I think a Surtur or a Scourge minifigure would have been really good in a set like this. Just to have one more minifigure to fight by Thor's side, even though he wasn't technically in the scene, he kind of showed up after. But that's neither here or there. Overall, I think I'm going to give this set an 8 out of 10. I think this is a great play set or display set. I think it's really good at mixing both of those worlds together and giving you something great for both audiences, and that I just really like about this set. So if you guys want to pick this set up, I would definitely recommend it. I think it's at a very fair price as well. I don't think it's overpriced or anything by any means. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this set in the comments section down below. I love hearing what you guys have to say about the sets I review, what you guys think about them, and I'm going to be reviewing one of the other LEGO Marvel sets in the near-ish future. Here I have the Iron Man and Iron Legion versus Hydra Soldier, so I'm not really sure when that review is going to come out, but I'm very excited to build that set. I think that's going to be a really cool one, especially with those minifigures. But anyways, that's going to do it for this review. One other thing, I'm doing a giveaway. I posted that video, I believe yesterday. I'm not really sure when this video is going to come out, but that video is already posted. I'll leave a link to it and it might pop up somewhere on the screen. So if you guys want to go check out the rules and stuff to win a free LEGO Star Wars set, go check that out. But with all that said, hope you guys are having a great day. Subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.